Bumpity bum bum, bumpity bum bum. Welcome back, my friend. BjjBrick, quick. This is your quick jiu-jitsu podcast. My name is Byron. We talk about jiu-jitsu, just about 5 minutes or so. We're covering the 10 bullets by Tom Sachs. We're on bullet number 7. If it's an old 6-shooter, we're reloading at this point. Bullet number 7, keep a list. So with Tom Sachs, he's really helping somebody run a shop or a studio. And so you're going to write down what you're going to do today. You're going to get in there. You're going to open the shop up. You're going to turn on the equipment. You're going to check the inventory. You're going to build something. You know, maybe you'd measure before you would cut. I don't know what's going on in there. Make a list of stuff you're going to do. And if your list will be things that help you not forget to do things. You know, clean up, put away this equipment. Make a phone call to somebody about something. Making a list for jiu-jitsu. That's a good idea. I always advocate for having some sort of a roadmap for where you're going. What move are you working on now? What system? What position? When you get good at this, if that happens, maybe it kind of peters out and you find something different. When you get good at something, what's going to be next? What could make it not just plus to jiu-jitsu, but multiply your jiu-jitsu? You get good at a certain guard pass, and it ends up with the person's arm being in a certain position or their head being in a certain position. That's what's next for you. You're going to start working on that next thing. People who make lists, I always think that they're really organized. And occasionally when I have something coming up or something important to me, and there's several things I'm juggling, I'm making a list. Jiu-jitsu is important to you. Make a list. Make it out for the whole month. When you do something like that, you can even put it on a calendar. If you know what days you're going to make it to class, let's say you make it at, all the even days you're going to jiu-jitsu. That's pretty easy. You write down the month, you write down a bunch of even numbers. Let's say on the 6th day of the month, you learned omoplatas. The 8th, you were trying omoplata. They worked okay. The 10th, even better. The 12th, you had some problems. Like people have figured it out, or maybe you did it to somebody who's a little bit better. So you're going to write on your list. Next time you get into class on the 14th, ask coach about this. Or ask this other student about this. You guys got to be using your fellow students as resources. And be that resource for people as well. Getting off topic here. Keep a list. It might be what move is next. It might be questions that you have. If you notice that it's not working the way you had hoped it worked, make that frustration in the form of a question. Make a grocery list to keep yourself healthy. I like lists, and as I'm thinking about this, I don't script these at all. They're 5 minutes. If I can't talk about something for about 5 minutes, I don't know what I'm doing. But I have a list of topics and of I guess headlines that I'm working from for this podcast. I made a list. This is what I'm going to do, and I've got all 10 of these bullets in a list, and after that's another item. I'm free to shuffle them around a little bit. If I think I want to do this tomorrow, or usually I batch these several at a time, I could move something at the top of the list. Lists are good. They help you become organized. I think that's one thing with jiu-jitsu. A lot of people like myself, who's just a hobbyist, I really enjoy jiu-jitsu. I want to get better, but I'm not taking this too seriously. I think a list is a good step as far as it doesn't make it a lot more difficult. I'm not going to get injured if I keep a list. It's not like extreme training, but it's going to organize what I'm doing in a way that helps me get better. So I think this bullet number 7, keep a list, is important. If coach is out of town and you're running the gym, you should have a list. should have a list of what things are happening each day, what you're going to teach, or what you hope to teach. If somebody has a problem one of the days, you write that down. If somebody, without that list, you'll be a little bit more lost. So, Tom Sachs, 10 bullets. Number 7, keep a list. Maybe I should do this. And you could just do this on your phone. Make it real easy. Just open up a page on Evernote or in your note tab. Just start keeping a list of jiu-jitsu stuff. Crossing them off or deleting them as you go. Trust me, it's always going to have something on there. You're always going to be working on something. Keep a list of the last 3 submissions you got caught in. And when they all line up and they're all the same thing by different people, lapel choke, lapel choke, lapel choke. Okay, maybe I should figure out what I'm doing wrong in my pass. Way to add a little bit more of a system to your jiu-jitsu. Guys, I want you to have a great day today. And stay sweaty, my friend.